Abraham did not compromise in terms of abandoning God. His compromise was in terms of not aligning himself to the voice of the one that encountered him earlier in chapter 12. Because a righteous altar cannot be invalidated by the powers of darkness except if the initiator of the altar veers towards darkness. Now it means that if you raise an altar in righteousness, that altar has the capacity to stay perpetually if you do not deviate into darkness. And darkness has no power to corrupt a righteous altar. Even if the initiator dies and another generation rises and veers into the way of evil, that altar will still be valid. If a righteous altar is raised, and I need you to understand that the basis of Abraham's compromise here was not based on his deviation from the worship of God. He sought for alternative because he failed to listen to the God that had appeared to him earlier. So the integrity of his worship to God was still sustained. There was no problem with that. But there was a problem now with his alignment. So I'm saying that did not affect the altar he had raised. Even if at that point Abraham had died, no negative force would have been able to truncate the validity of the altar he raised. So if there is a righteous altar, it has the capacity of eternal sustenance. Now, I can stand up today, go to a shrine and end the activities of darkness. Yeah, I can do that. But not even Satan can put an end to a righteous altar. Satan cannot do that.